Hello everyone, my name is Teacher Carol. How are you today? Okay, I'm good. Please get your book. Please get your book, Science and Action 4. Please get your book, Science and Action 4, and please open your book on page 37. Please open your book on page 37. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. So our topic for today is about plant responses. Our topic for today is about plant responses. Okay, so plants respond plants respond to sunlight because they need it to produce food. Therefore, when we put the bean sprouts in the box, they grew towards the side of the box with the hole in it. This was because they were trying to get to the sunlight. Okay, again, plants respond to sunlight because they need it to produce food. Therefore, when we put the bean sprouts in the box, they grew towards the side of the box with the hole in it. This was because they were trying to get to the sunlight. Okay, so the plants respond to sunlight because they needed to produce food. Remember when we put the bean sprouts in the box? Remember you watched the experiment, right? With the bean sprouts, they grew towards the side of the box with a hole in it. This was because they were trying to get to the sunlight. So that's how plant responds to light. Okay, to sunlight, to light. Stimulus. Okay, so plant responses. Light. Okay, light. See how the sunflowers are facing the sun. See, the sunflowers are facing the sun. The top of the plant is facing the sun. Okay, so you see how the top of the plant is facing the sun. So it's facing the sun. Okay. So that's how the plant responses to the light. Okay, and temperature. The plants also responses to temperature. Okay, for example, this cotton rose in the early morning. Okay, you see this cotton rose early in the morning. That's how it looks like. So here, that's how it looks like in the early morning, and then cotton rose in the late morning, cotton rose in the late morning, and then cotton rose in the evening. You see? It changes the color. The color of the cotton rose changes as the temperature changes. So that's how also plants responses to temperature. The color of the cotton rose changes as the temperature changes. And another one, look at this lotus. Lotus open Lotus opens up in the morning. Okay, so lotus opens up in the morning. Lotus flower closes in the evening. See, you see how the plants responds to the temperature. Lotus opens up in the morning, and then during the evening, lotus closes. Flower closes in the evening. The lotus opens up and closes its flower as the temperature changes. Okay, so that's how plant responds to temperature. Okay, so what about that humidity? Humidity, how plants responds to humidity. Okay, look at this plant. Now please open your book. Sorry, please open your book on page 38. Please open your book on page 38. Look at these plants. You see? Humidity. The growth of roots into a wet area. Again, the growth of roots into a wet area. The growth of roots into a wet area. You see how the roots grow, grow into a wet area. Okay, so that's how humidity affects, or how humidity, how the plants responds to humidity. Okay, the growth of roots. The root grows into a wet area. And another one is touch. Touch. Okay, so do you know that some plants also responds to touch when you touch them? For example, this mimosa. Mimosa. Okay, yeah. For example, this mimosa. closes up when being touched. Okay, so remember, have you seen a plant, mimosa plants, when you touch it, mimosa close up when being touched. Okay. Okay. So have you seen that? So plants also responds to touch. Some plants. Okay. And Venus flytrap closes up when being touched. Okay, so another example is Venus flytrap closes up when being touched. See? And these plants also responds to touched. Okay, when you touch it, it close. Venus flytrap. Okay, so that's how plants responds. They responds to light. Okay, light is plants responds to sunlight, lights. Okay, and temperature. Plants also responds when the temperature changes. Okay, plants also some plants also responds to temperature. Okay, when temperature changes, the color or the flower opens or closes when the temperature changes. And another one is humidity. Okay, it also plants also responds to humidity. Okay, the growth of roots. Growth of roots into a wet area. So that's how plants responds to humidity. And touch, some plants when you touch it, they close. Okay? When mimosa and Venus flytrap closes up when being touched. Okay, so that's how plants responds to touch. Okay, understand? Okay, now please open your book on page 39. Now please open your book on page 39. Plant responses. Match the stimulus with the correct plant response. Okay. Match the stimulus with the correct plant response. Okay, so example, sunlight, temperature, humidity, touch. Okay, so match match the stimulus with the correct plant response. Okay, we already talked about it, right? Okay, so now please answer your book on page 39. Okay, so that's it for today. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.